Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we went on a bit of an upgrading spree over here, and that is just getting started. We're going to need a couple of additional upgrades, but what we need more than anything right now is prestige. We could raid for that prestige, but honestly, that's not going to get us a huge amount. We're much better off battling. Like, if we were to raid here, we could battle here. And that's what I'm interested in doing. So let's raise up our local raiders here. And we're going to head in over this way. This is sufficient. We don't need more than this, for sure. And we're just going to head in and raid here. This will make us hostile here. Is this already raided? Are we allied here? What's happening here? It's not already raided, is it? No, it's not. Why aren't we raiding this? Do we have a truce with them? We must have a truce. Ah, we do. Okay. That is unfortunate. Well, we'll disband our army there then. That's okay. We can pay this ransom, or rather receive this ransom, and we'll definitely do that. We can also grab a perk here, and let's grab open-minded for right now. That seems absolutely fine. We can then do raiding down over here instead. As a theoretical option, another option would be to hold a grand tournament. We don't really have the cash on hand to do that. So that's not really going to be a thing. I think instead, raiding down here is the way to go. I'm thinking right now about who is in this army. It's this guy, primarily. So we would then want to drop a rally point here, raise local raiders, and we'll get a little bit of these going. We don't need too many. We just basically need our men-at-arms. So something like this. We're going to stop gathering, walk over here. This has been raided, so we have to walk this way. So we're going to position here, get this raid complete, which is not progressing because the besieging army is smaller than the garrison. You've got to be kidding me. It's because of these guys. Okay, that's very rude. They're just sitting there and not letting us raid. We're going to have to walk down here. This was only worth 2 gold, but I was mostly going to use that for the hostility. But I guess we can come down here. This is fine. And then, now that we're hostile here, we can come fight these guys. And we can fight these guys up north again as well. But I want to come here, fight this force. This is not going to be a huge force, of course. But we can also raid over this way and see if we can find any other opportunities. Okay, so we fight that. We're not able to raid here because of that siege, but that's okay. We did end up getting 91 prestige from that battle. So that looks good. We're going to continue to raid over this way. There's a faction created against us. And, okay, that infant is very happy about us, I guess. Sure, we'll take it. So we're going to raid here, here, and then probably go home. Assuming that we don't have a army to fight here. 300 learning lifestyle experience sounds good, although we did get a hook there. That wasn't ideal. We're going to hop up over this direction. And let's grab this and head home. So that's going to be worth 62. Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. This guy just raised a raiding army. Let's go. In we go. This is going to be worth a lot. Fantastic. So I don't know that we're going to stack wipe it, but that's going to be worth a whole lot. I want to pursue him. We got 387 prestige out of that. And 31 gold. Yes, that sounds good. This is okay for 10 gold. And this is also okay for 25 gold. We're going to head up over here. I'm guessing this guy's retreating here. We can raid there as well. So that's fine. He's actually retreating into our territory out over here. Noted. I guess we'll raid here quick. We are not raiding there. We must have a truce with the lower liege or something. But we can chase these guys down. Oh, they disbanded. Okay. Never mind. That's what we're going to get. Okay, so we'll disband that army. That's okay. This ransom is not acceptable. We will decline that. And I want to head out over this way, taking a look at how these constructions are going. They're about a quarter done. Okay. Now, we do need to get some additional territory to get Guinea under our control. Specifically, 6 counties. I'd like to get Yorubaland under our control. So how would we go about doing this? We can't subjugate. We would have to do Duchy Conquers. So this would be 4 counties. This would be, or actually this would be 3 counties. This would be 4. So it cost us 475 prestige, but we're doing it. So our prestige is going to be low. That is absolutely understood. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms only, but I'm also going to raise up some amount of other forces. You have about 2,000. Okay, noted. So this is going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to split them in half, and they're going to come here and then here, while these guys are going to come here. Okay, keeping an eye on this force. I'm going to raise an additional force of 3,000. Okay, that's 4,000. Good enough. They're going to walk in here and take this over, while our primary force here heads on over to eliminate this guy. We just got the nickname The Pious, which got us 150 prestige, which means we're not going to go negative in prestige from this war. That was good. I like it. We're going to fight this guy here. No problem whatsoever. We could stack wipe that. And we did. Beautiful. So we're going to hop over here, starting up a siege. We're at 50% war score already. This will prevent him from having ticking, which he does not yet have. And these two will just be decent. A learning perk is available, and we are going to take Apostate. Sounds good. There we go. No ticking war score for you. We're going to hop over and siege here. We're at 92% war score. I expect this siege to end the war. Looks good. Our rival died, not 1 day too soon. So that is great. This is, of course, going to get us 4 counties out of the 6 that we need. Cool. So there's that war over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. And we don't need to hand out any territory here, so that sounds good. Next, I kind of want to go after Igbaland, and that is going to be this Duchy Conquer. So that'll get us what we need to form the Empire, and then from there we can do de jure. That does, of course, I accidentally moved us to speed 1. That does, of course, mean that we need more prestige. We could create titles for that. Like, for example, the Kingdom of Gur. That would be a good way to do it. And I'm going to do exactly that. That'll also get us some legitimacy, and that puts us not quite at halfway to 5 legitimacy. We're a ways away still, but that does mean that we can do this, which, of course, we're going to do. Then I'm going to raise up our forces here. We'll raise our men-at-arms. We'll also raise some levy troops. I don't know if we'll raise all of our levy troops. I'm looking at these guys and eyeing up the prestige we could get out of fighting them. Okay, so we've got about 12,000 here. That should be sufficient. I'm going to split them in half and then split them again. I'm going to send these here, splitting these guys in half as well. 1 here, 1 here, and there should be 1 unit here that isn't moving. These guys didn't get the order to come up over here. Okay, that looks good. So these guys are going to fight this battle, getting us a little bit of prestige out of that. That was worth a total of 122 prestige. Sounds good. 75% chance of good tutoring. This is our daughter, but not our heir. So that sounds like a great idea. Okay, now, we should probably come down here and help this force out. For now, I'm just going to keep these guys here. In fact, we'll just move in down here. I see the siege underway. They are now running away. Okay. So this force is going to head here, and I'd like to catch these guys, but that's simply not going to happen. These guys are embarking. Okay, for the time being, that's probably not a concern. I'm going to pull these back, and we're going to siege here. What is their plan here? Sieging out over here is not a good plan. They're too far behind the curve, for sure. Like, way too far behind the curve. Yeah, that's not going to work for them. We're going to have their capital in 4 months. We're going to have this in 2 months. Ooh. Hello. I'm going to come get these guys. Fantastic. That'll be a little bit of prestige. So, specifically, that was 37 prestige. That'll keep us afloat for a little bit. We finished up this siege here. We should come down this way. We're struggling to siege this a little bit. We should probably bring our men-at-arms down here. Do you have a siege leader? Are you a siege leader? Okay, this guy was a siege leader. I'm actually going to move him You know what? This is fine. We'll just do this. We got 150 prestige from having an impeccable household. This siege is going to end eventually, but this doesn't really matter to us. So this siege is now over, and we can move these guys on down. 8 months here and 10 months here. We're at 97% war score. That'll fall away a little bit because of this, but I don't care. That's not relevant. Cool. There's a dangerous faction, and what is this? Populists? Yeah, peasant rabble. I don't care. Wow, that was worth almost no war score for them. 4.1, not bad. So 2 months here and 6 months here. I'm going to group these guys together, but I want to make sure that this guy's in charge of the siege. There we go. That'll help us get caught up a little bit with these siege events. They're coming back over here, but this is not going to go well for them at all. This war's over. We just need one of these sieges to end, and it's this one. Done. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. We do not want to hold this ourselves, so we'll grant both of these on out. No problem whatsoever there. That, of course, means that we have back the Empire of Guinea. We'll create that, and I kind of want to make this our primary as well, since we are having our kingdom be in the, or rather our capital, be entirely encapsulated in the Empire of Guinea. So that'll be fine. No problem whatsoever there. This is now Guinea instead of Mali, which is probably for the best. Now, what do we want to do with our newfound empire? Well, what we obviously want to do is take it over. So we need to take over these areas here, and we can do that de jure at this point, which will be far cheaper. So we have de jure county, or rather duchy claims, and these are a little awkward. We may, because we are now the de jure ruler of this area, we may be able to get some vassalage out of this. You're currently at war, 49%. Okay. Yorubaland is a kingdom and will almost certainly not accept that. And then down over here, 42. Okay, so they're not into it, and that's not shocking. We're going to have to start going after these de jure, and that means that cooldowns are going to be a thing. We're just going to have to slowly clean these up. So I think we go after this high chiefdom first with its 3 counties. That'll be fine. And we'll just declare this war. This is, of course, adjacent to our territory. So that should go nice and quickly. We'll raise our men-at-arms, and we'll raise a few levy troops. We'll need, what, at least 4 siege forces here? So 12k should be sufficient. These guys are going to head down and win this battle. And this is close enough to 12k. I'm going to stop gathering. Split in half, and split in half again. We're going to send one of these here, one here. Split these in half, one here, and one here. The other force can head up here to siege if we really need to, but we probably won't really need to. 3,000? Okay. I'm not sure where that ally is, but this is completely and totally okay. No problem whatsoever, although that battle felt pretty slow, to be honest. At 4 speed, that battle felt really slow. Well, for the time being, let's just head up over to here. War is over at this point. They just don't know it. Why does this feel like it's running so much more slowly? Let's try this again and see if it just didn't properly update. I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot going on in the world right now. That is a possibility. There might just be a lot to calculate. But for now, this will do. Well, this is awkward. They retreated right here. Okay, well, we're going to have to come on over here. They're not going to stack wipe us or anything. We'll just hold them firm here for now. We'll retreat as soon as we can. Okay. So we're retreating up to our capital. That's a little rude, but whatever. I just want to come in here and eliminate these guys. No problem. We can send these over to the other location. It's not a big deal. We'll decline that, and we're going to decisively win this battle, obviously. That should be a stack wipe, to be honest. And there we go. That was indeed a stack wipe. So these guys are nearly done retreating. Once they are done, we're going to send them up over here. Just an unfortunate retreat point, but no big deal. Okay, so these sieges are proceeding nicely. What need have we for books? We want prestige. We're not on learning focus or anything. I'm sure it's fine. Greatly improved development in our capital. Ooh, 50% development growth for 10 years. For 310 gold. That'll pay for itself later. Do it. That seems great. Absolutely do it. Okay, so we do have this dangerous faction brewing up here. The peasants can send their ultimatum in 1 month. It's not like that really matters, though. We're going to have this fort sieged shortly, 20 days, and... Okay, we're not going to fight that battle. There's a hostile army there that is higher quality. That's okay. So here's the peasants. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord. And where are they, even? 3? Okay, that's almost no troops. This is very irrelevant. I'm going to send these guys up to deal with them. They'll arrive there soon enough. It'll take them some time to get there. But this war is now over, and we'll enforce those demands. I'm going to disband this army, these 2 armies as well. There we go. I'm not planning on utilizing them for a little bit anyway. So we'll grant out this province and this province. That looks good. You guys do not need to exist anymore either. And we're just going to bring these lads up. They have 0 of something. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. We just inherited a couple of wars here. Or this war. Okay, noted. That doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. So we're just going to go deal with these peasants first, and then we're going to go deal with this. Where'd that army go? They were just sieging here. Okay, I'm not sure entirely what's going on that, but we're going to take learn on the job. That'll be fine, and let's get this taken care of. Excellent. So there's that peasant uprising dealt with. No problem. And then, of course, we want to head out over this way. I have no idea where these guys went. But okay. So it's going to take some time for our men-at-arms to get there. It would probably not be faster to lower them and re-raise them over here, would be my guess. There's warrior lodges finishing up, though, and all of these finishing is, of course, good. I do want to check in on some of these because some of them are capped and some are not. We need to upgrade this gathering hall. What else do we need? Up in Kong North, we're going to have to upgrade this palisade, but we need mots for that. Okay, that is quite a long ways away. We've barely started on that, so upgrading palisades is not going to be a thing. So that's actually the only upgrade we need to do for now. We don't have these capped out just yet, but going for mots is probably going to be a useful thing for us. We've got mustering grounds and quilted armor right now, 10 and 20 years respectively. Okay, I want to check in real quick on how we're doing on our fascination here. So if we check in here, 0.1 from our average development, okay, that's definitely improving. And if we look at our... Okay. Usually opening and closing this makes it so we can middle mouse scroll again. It didn't there. That was interesting. If we look at our development, then we can see, yeah, our capital is definitely doing really well. Really, really well. We are development level 17. This is by far the highest in our territory. Is it the highest in Africa? Probably, yeah, there's up in Egypt, there's more development. That's not shocking, but we're getting caught up. So that is looking very, very good. Kong is absolutely doing well on the development front, and that is, of course, starting to spread out over to other areas as well. So that looks great. We are going to go deal with these lads. Very soon we'll have ticking war score. I think that they just thought, oh, well, the liege is in this war now, and we can't win this, and they put their troops down. I'm guessing. But, they could have sieged that in the time it took us to get here. I don't know. Very strange. We do have low county control in a couple of locations, and we're actually not working on that. We were working on it previously. Oh, we can bump up our pikemen. We should absolutely do this. We're lacking some prestige for it, but we can definitely get started on that. So we've got 5 months on this siege here. House of Fire has started. Okay. Where is this? Up over this way? Noted. That is a ways away from our capital. It's probably not going to be an issue. So for now, that's fine. We could create the Kingdom of Igba Bornu, and I'm going to do that for the purpose of having additional prestige. I want to put this prestige into bumping up our size of pikemen. There we go. That'll do. Excellent. Sure, Abundant Flora would be fine. I don't want to lose legitimacy here. Gaining prestige for gold is generally worthwhile at this stage of the game. Once we adopt feudalism, that will not be the case. I want to be very clear about that. That will absolutely not be the case. This war is over, which is unsurprising, and we'll disband our troops there. Looks good. And we gained a little legitimacy there. We're definitely making progress on our legitimacy. No doubt about it. Okay, so next what I want to do here, we must cull the sheep. Okay, yeah, we actually do need to, but it's probably going to be a disastrous cull, which is not ideal. This ransom is acceptable, but what we need to do next is get a good amount of prestige. We kind of need cash for that as well. So we need both. That could definitely be a situation where we want to do some raiding. It could also be a situation where we want to attack Yorubaland. So, de jure duchy here. High Chiefdom of Benin. Yeah, there's not a lot left in Yorubaland. This will all be de jure. I would like to go after this guy as well. He's a duchy level. Interesting. So his opinion of us is giving us 16. Noted. So that's just his opinion divided by 3. So that means that we can't get up high enough with the opinion here. Okay. That's definitely noted. Of course, the primary thing holding us back at this point is our innovations. We do need mustering grounds and quilted armor as soon as possible. And that'll get us really, really close to having enough. But it won't be enough, I don't think. I think we'll need mots, maybe onagers after that. It'll be kind of slow, though. I'm going to decline this. I'm going to decline this. I do want to attack Yorubaland since we are no longer on a truce cooldown here. So we're going to do a de jure duchy claim here. And that'll end up being probably the High Chiefdom of Ibadan here, just to clean up this border gore. And it's definitely way cheaper now that it's de jure. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to raise up just our men-at-arms here. Although, now that I think about it, about 9,000 levies as well. This is enough. So we're going to send these guys out over here, split it, and then send them out over here. These guys can come here, with these making their way over like so. Okay, so that looks good. These guys didn't get their orders, which were intended to be to go here. That'll be fine. And we're going to fight these guys exactly the ways we did previously. Absolutely no problem with this whatsoever. We have a huge quality advantage here, and that'll be okay. This is a lot of gold. I don't want to spend gold on that right now. We're going to need our gold. Okay, we do need a new marshal, which is going to end up being this guy. He's very good at the job. Were you working on control? No, you weren't. You should be. Out in our territory over here in Laraba, that is where you should be. So these are all maxed here other than Laraba, and at this point, Banifing as well. Now that is going up naturally, but we definitely want to work that up a little bit more. So that looks good. We did capture this guy's son, but that wasn't enough. Are you retreating to your capital? They might be. I'm guessing they are. They are. Fantastic. So we're going to fight them again here. That's probably not going to net us more Battle War score, but we did stack wipe them, so that's okay. We're going to get these sieges done pretty quickly here. Sure. We'll enter the royal court. What do we got here? I don't care about their relationship. It's okay. Whatever they want to do is fine. So we're going to get these sieges done fairly soon here. That's looking solid. We're definitely getting the Empire of Guinea put back together. That was certainly a setback. There's no doubt about it. The Disillusion War on the Kingdom of Guinea before we could take that over, that was absolutely a setback. Okay, do we have a siege leader here? No, we don't. Okay, noted. So that's absolutely fine then. Secrets are a currency, huh? Yeah, do it. Okay, so I'm going to group these together. We have about 7 months on that siege and about 4 months on this one. We get a new learning perk. We're going to take sanctioned loopholes. We could buy claims. We really don't need to do that. But that will work us down further towards Scholar, which getting the additional bonus for our innovations is absolutely huge. So that's good. We absolutely want to get that done as quickly as possible. Either of these sieges finishing will end this war. And this is going to be done in a matter of days. There we go. So that looks good. War is over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Heading up over here, we need to grant these out. There we go. We can't construct holdings at this point because we're tribal, right? Right. Just wanted to double check that because I saw that that button wasn't grayed out. Okay, so that is absolutely great, and we are continuing to grow our realm over here. Looks like we've had some substantial gains up here. Fascinating. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish off our conquest down over here and continue to work towards becoming feudal. That is the next big step here, but we're still a ways away from it. We need quite a lot of innovation. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kintogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.